Hi all, it's Ali here, and Rolo, I'm going to give you a quick shot of Rolo because he's fast asleep or trying to go to sleep. I hope you can see him. For everybody that loves Rolo, I'm giving you a little look. He's very tired. He's had lots of walks this morning and lots of trips out actually, because we've been over to see my eldest son. He's got a little place to live now. It's a little sort of caravan site. It's really cute. Anyway, we went out there and got him to make us a cup of tea. Oh, how the roles reversed. So that was really nice. And Rolo really enjoyed sniffling around the caravan, area. Right, I've got some crafts to show you. I've been wanting to do this since a couple of videos ago. I said to you I was going to try out covering my boxes, etc. Now, since this last live stream, I also live stream. I don't do live streams. What am I about? My last stream about crafts, my sewing machine has broken down. That's what I meant to say. Let's get the brain in gear. And I've had to send it off to be repaired. It's going to cost me about £85. It is having a good service, so that's really, really well worth it. But it's not come at the greatest of times. Is there a good time to pay out £85? No, there probably isn't. But we're having to sort of justify every penny a little bit at the moment. I did spend a lot on some fabric the other week, and I'm making a long black waistcoat. So that's in the making, but it can't be made at all, and I can't film myself doing anything because the sewing machine's fucked. What can I say? Anyway, things will get better. Now, box covering. This was interesting. If I'd had a sewing machine, I would have done it differently. I would have sewed the corners down and made a sort of a square so that I could just pull the corners over. But what I ended up doing, let me show you this. I wasn't so keen. I'm going to tell you of all the things that I learned. I liked the box as it came out eventually, but I tucked it in as if I was wrapping up paper, and I used Mod Podge to stick it on with and to also go over the fabric, and it worked really, really well. I stuck the buttons on with glue gun because I did not like the seam here. And as I said, if I had the sewing machine, what I would have done is put my fabric over and stitched down here for like to make little corners, and then slotted it over the box and then stuck it. That would have come out much better. I would have preferred that. And the other thing is, because this box is very tight fitting, unlike other boxes where you could put the fabric over, in this one I haven't done. So what I did, I continued the edges up with some of my felt, there we go, my felt tips over there, and I did an edging like that. It's okay. What can I say about this? And the top, I did exactly the same. Again, you can see the little, can you see here where I've had to do like a little fold? And I don't like that. It's personal preference. Maybe some people wouldn't mind. Here we are, you can see it better there. And I did a top, a floral. Adore this print. Absolutely adore this print of fabric. And I also put a little tape round. So there we are, the box as a whole. I'm pleased with it. I've learned a lot. Mod Podge is brilliant for sticking things on with fabric, and it also does paper quite nicely, and it does varnish it well, and you can get a shiny varnish like a glossy type, or like this one which was quite matte. So I am pleased with that. So that's the first box, and the learning thing of that is that I would have definitely done the corners on the sewing machine. I think that's my only thing there that I would have changed. I think it is. On this box, right, this box, yeah, has an opening here. The inside has compartments. Love this box, very useful. Now, I have done different colours and varnished over the top, again in a matte varnish, and around the top. because what happened was I ended up with a piece of fabric on top here. I then stuck with a glue gun some little sparkles, and I stuck the edging on. Now the reason for this is originally it was just a plain wooden box, and I'd done a really pretty design on. But I then put more Mod Podge to try and do a varnish over the top, and it blooming well smeared, didn't it? It actually smeared the felt tip pen. It didn't do all of them. Most of them were fine, but there was just a pink on there, which I think may even have been a gel pen that I added to it, and that smeared it. So I thought, oh no, after all that work, what shall I do? So I stuck black paper on, simply for the fact to see if it would stick on, so that I could share with you, yes, Mod Podge does stick paper onto wood. Then I stuck the fabric on, then I varnished the fabric, and then I'd say Mod Podge the fabric, and then I did this with the glue gun. And in fact, all is well with the world. Again, this is not my favourite, I'll be honest, but I do like the insides of the box, and it will be really useful. And I think at Christmas time, I'll probably use these as gifts. I'm going to put like sweets in there, or tea bags or something like that. I think it would be a really, really nice sort of thing to do. The bottom I've just left as it was. Right, this is my favourite, okay? This is my favourite. And it's weird because the mod, again, I had a plain cardboard tissue box. I painted it all with black. I varnished it all. You can see this one, I think, had the shiny varnish. Yeah, it looks a bit more, it's got a bit more of a sheen to it. And I say varnish, it's the Mod Podge again. So I used that, but again, I used it over the top of the felt tip pens that I used. This time it didn't smear. I think it depends whether or not, I would say it's luck of the draw, it isn't. I think it might have been a gel pen that smeared on the box. I don't know. But this was on cardboard. And then what I did, I edged with this edging that I've got, again with my glue gun. I did each circle and just pushed them in, and they come like on a reel, so you can buy certain portions. So what did I learn from this one was nothing. Turned out perfectly as I want it. I shall tell you what I did learn. I did try felt tipping this bit with black. I should have painted the edge. That's what I learned from that one. The last things, now I learned a lot about these, okay? I did 4 coasters, all right, with just did my own painted flowers on. I did the backs in black. I did use shiny Mod Podge for this on top. Again, I did, as I say, did shiny Mod Podge with this to see how they come out. And I've been using these. Now, when you put a hot cup of tea down on these, because of the type of varnish, I think because it's a gluey varnish rather than, because Mod Podge obviously acts as the glue as well, what happens is that I put too thick a layer on for starters. I did it with a thin paintbrush. I should have done it with a flatter brush. And what I got with that is, I'm trying to show you. If I turn it sideways, maybe you can see. You can see here, those are actually brush strokes. Because, yeah, I wonder if I can get it focused so you can see that. Can you see there? I've got a raised piece of the Mod Podge itself, which shouldn't happen. I should have used a big flat brush, and I should have put that over the top, and I should have done a thinner layer. There's my first lesson. Second lesson, when I put the hot cup of tea on, it sort of sticks to it, and then, you know, comes up again. I have to pull it off again, and then the same with the bottom. I did the bottom, and of course, if I put the cup of tea on there and then I leave it overnight, I came back out this morning and thought, oh, can't get it off the coffee table. It did come off. It was fine, but again, I should have used a different varnish for these. The other thing I learnt was, again, because I made it too thick, where I went round the edges, I don't know whether you can see, I'm going to show you on a different one. This is probably easier to see. I got a white, can you see here, rim here and here. A lot of people wouldn't worry about this. They look sort of rustic, they're cheery, they're lovely. Oh, and on this one, I don't know why, but some of my blue came off, but actually I thought that was quite effective. I quite like that. You know, they are very sweet, they're very fun, and I'm going to use these. I don't feel they are good enough to give away, but I'm using them for fun. I'll show you the designs actually. Woo! The designs, there we go. One, I like that design. That's probably my favourite. And again, these are all done with fibre tip pens, and I just painted these. Perhaps I could stick on a felt bottom, I don't know, but it doesn't matter. You can see I put my little, always put my little signature on most things. So I'm really pleased with these. But again, what's the lesson I've learned? Don't put such thick amounts of glue or Mod Podge on there. Also, again, have a separate type of varnish, I think, for some things. Now, this box, which I adore, the tissue box, worked brilliantly. Maybe it's not as good on wood. I'm not sure yet. And maybe it's better used on a cardboard. Maybe my Mod Podge is. It may just be. But again, this was a good trial, and I thought I'll share this with you. And I am thrilled at the way things have come out. It's not as perfect as I'd like. So next time my boxes will be better. And these are definitely going to make lovely gifts for people. I probably shan't be selling them. I'll enjoy just giving them away and popping. People can pop things in them. Have fun. Anyway, I wanted to show you all that. I hope you're all doing well. Thank you so much for all my subscribers. I appreciate it. If you can share, I'd love it. That would be really cool. Thank you so much. Please subscribe, please share, and thanks for listening. Bye.